Alright, what up? Hello? It's time to keep going down this rabbit hole. So, yesterday, I played for like 2 hours yesterday, but we didn't make 2 hours of progress because I spent a lot of the time just reading all the Atlas posts. We eventually dead-ended ourselves on... We dead-ended ourselves on... What's his name? Paul Castillo's website. It actually looks like the website's gone. Shit, did it lose our progress when we logged out? Could this footage be... Yeah, we found this footage and like we uploaded it to her, but that was a while ago. Shit, have I lost progress? Alright, it's cool, we can skip through it. Do you recognize the man in the video? Is he one of the people that went missing, maybe? No, he doesn't look familiar. Like anyone whose feathers... Yeah, we read this. Whose feathers have ruffled up. See the type to document everything. Yeah. This is all the way back to before we even discovered that Paul hides stuff on his phone. And there's his website, right? So, we already did all this. The website is paulcastillo at tmail.web. The first security question was... shit. This was actually quite difficult. I think it was like this. That's it. And then the next one was you had to pick which ones are pictures of the beldam. And then that led us here. So I guess we're up to date, right? We hadn't read Thrasher Lake, Antler Beast, or Elms. Yeah, or Elms Beads. And then we had a clue for something yesterday. It was something like, what is Paul's favorite place? I can't remember what the clue was. It's so difficult since it's like dropped a lot of my progress. Like how much of my progress is gone is what I'm trying to work out. Yeah, it's tough to know what it's gotten rid of and what it hasn't. We've seen all these photos. There was a couple of things that we had to scan. Again, not sure if we have to scan them again. I guess we do. It wasn't this. I'm kind of just half clicking this so that the game knows I've clicked it. And then we watched this video. We've already seen this. So I guess I can just like skip to the end so the game knows I've seen it. We also
Some initial
read
thoughts
this
about the
recording.
symbol. Listen up. In the beldam.
Yeah, like I apologize for skipping through this shit, but I have seen it literally like 20 hours ago. What else? Yeah, we read the email from Maria about like meeting up and talking about what she'd seen. Damn, it's down. I'm already in. Alright, what kind of content does Paul post? I guess we'll just fly through this for like the next 5 minutes until we get up to like where we need to be. Might not be a believer like Paul, but every now and then he stumbles onto something real. The evidence he collects is grounded in reality, which is ironic considering what you found, but nevertheless. Right, why don't you try to access Paul's blog while I search that place? I recognize the logo on the lanyard, Sunny Express Warehouse, east of Stone Creek. Okay. So, I should write that shit down. Ruby is at Sunny Express. Is that the delivery place where all the packages keep going missing? And it's east of Stone Creek, so it's not actually in the town of Stone Creek. Yeah, I'm gonna say, excuse me, did you see the other guy? Because the other guy got fucking eaten by a monster. We won't get anywhere without taking some risks. Christ. Alright, go get eaten by the monster. Let me know once you're in his blog. It's bound to be a treasure trove. We'll be able to get some good leads. See you on the other side? Sure, fam. Hopefully I didn't fuck up by, like, unlocking this before having that conversation. Oh shit. I just got even more files. Objectives. Get access to Paul's blog? Done. Enter Paul's email? Done. Replicate? Done. Done, done, done. So it's only the bright yellow dot you should look at. Download the video on the Strange Symbols blog entry. Oh yeah, there was another video to download. I kind of want to read the rest of the stuff though. Treasure at Frasher Lake. The name Treasure Lake belies what is... Wait. The name Treasure Lake belies, not bellies. Belies. The name Treasure Lake belies what is hidden beneath these murky waters. While tourists might visit Treasure Lake to take a pic of... What? To take a lake? To take a lake. Treasure Lake? To pick up a piece of Stone Creek for themselves, the locals see the trinkets washed ashore for what they are. Bait. Those who grew up... Oh shit! This is like, what is it? In Love, Death and Robots? Jabaro? Jabaro in Love, Death and Robots. The woman in the lake and like the treasures wash up ashore. Isn't Jabaro also Malaysian? Hold on, we're doing extracurricular research. I'm fucking Googling this shit. Jabaro. See if it's a folklore thing. Based on mythology from Puerto Rico. Never mind. Never mind. Anyway. The treasure isn't the only thing you'll find on its shores now. And many times in the past, there were bodies. The first treasures, the oldest documented incident is one of Magdalena Woods, a member of our founding families and rumored confidant of the Beldam. Magdalena was present when the town turned on her friend. In that moment of chaos, she was bewitched and attacked those who fought to free Stone Creek. After the event, Magdalena went into a catatonic state. Those who cared for her said that her gaze was permanently fixed towards the direction of Treasure Lake. On the rare occasions she spoke... Dude, why did I get scared from like one line? On the rare occasions she spoke, she asked to visit the Beldam, saying she hears her friend call to her. Ultimately, Magdalena succeeds, and she met her end at the bottom of the lake. Was the Beldam like a title? Or was it like... You know what I mean? The Beldam sounds like... Is it like calling somebody like Baba Yaga? You know? Is it just like the witch? Is it a title like the Wicked Witch of the East? It's not actually the person's name? I'm just wondering if we're ever going to like work out what the person's real name was. Or anything like that. Something tightens around your ankle, your body relaxes, and you float down into the depths of the water. It's speculated that perhaps Magdalena was the sacrifice the witch needed to enact her curse, shredding her last ties to humanity. Since then, the Beldam is determined for others to suffer the same fate she was dealt. So if you ever find yourself wandering the shores of Treasure Lake, you'd be wise to trust the voice that tells you to run. Otherwise, you might find yourself tempted to enter its murky waters, and you might not come back. Well, good advice. Beware the antler beast. Fuck, dude, now we got a fucking antler beast. The antler beast is said to be a twisted form of a once proud stag. The wood surrounding Stone Creek is home to a creature crafted by the Beldam. Crafted by the Beldam? An animal so bent out of shape that its form is perverse, monstrous. Those who have encountered it latch on to one detail. Its horns are a horrific sprawled mess as tall as trees. If you dare... I mean, just run away, right? It's gonna get tangled in the trees. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. If you dare leave the marked path, you just might come face to face with the antler beast. Oh shit. What the fuck is this? Christ. The most known account of the antler beast belongs to Griff Wilson, a criminal who lived in Stone Creek back in the 1800s. Nose is so blocked. Oh my god. I think I'm fighting another cold. I've had 2 colds this month. I think it's just like the sudden shift in temperature and stuff like that. Wilson fled to the woods after a heist, and all they found of him was a pack carrying some mining equipment and a map scribbled over. A letter to his wife. Oh. A map scribbled over a letter to his wife. It's here where he documents his stay in the woods. I think I'm having trouble reading it because it's like, you know, it's like 6 words at a time. You know what I mean? Like if it was a longer, wider thing like this, it would be a lot easier. I don't know. Landscape mode update when? You know what I mean? His last words, Griff Wilson and the Antler Beast. So this is the letter he wrote over the map. My Mary, forgive me. This is not how I planned it to be. I wanted to rid ourselves of this wretched town. They said that this would lead me to a hidden mine with riches, but I fear I have walked into hell, and it will not let me leave. These woods are unnatural. It feels like days since I started my journey, yet the sun has not set even once. The trees are dense, endless, and I realize there is a creature that stalks me amongst them. It follows me closely. I can feel its movements above, and I dare not... Movements above? And I dare not look up again. When I searched for it, I saw only branches that hold up the sky. But towering over them, breaching in, antlers. Sharp and curved like claws, reaching down to pluck me. I felt something within me shift. It tears at my flesh to join them. I must rise up, up, up. Mary, if the words find you, please do not come into these woods. I need you to survive. Leave Stone Creek like we had planned. Somehow I will be there with you, always. Your Griff. Dude, he has a really good sense of graphic design, right? Like, each story has this little moniker at the bottom. Pretty 10 out of 10. Other strange sightings and attacks have been known to happen in Stone Creek's woods. Coincidentally, most happen deep within its acres where Griff went in search of that mine. Whether you believe him or not, we can all take heed from his words. Don't go into the woods, leave it to the Antler Beast. Sick. I ain't going near no woods. Alright, before I read this, I'm gonna have a quick BRB because my nose is so blocked. I have no idea why my nose is running this much. I just had a cold. Like, I literally had a cold from the 10th until like the 18th, and then this is the 27th. Like, how do you have 2 colds that close together? What is going on? Like, you can hear it. I'm talking like this, like I'm nasally. Alright, I'll BRB. I just took a big hit of Albus oil, and hopefully it doesn't make my nose run even more. Because sometimes you take Albus oil because you're congested, because your nose is like inflamed. Oh shit, wait, this is a scanner. Cool. Blessing of the Elm Beads. The story of how a rare flower, which symbolizes promise or unbreakable bond, turned its blessings into omens following the Bedlam's death. Cool. Blessing of the Elm. The elm beads means... The beans means Heinz. What up, Kimerix? You've joined me on a sniffling day where my nose is running and I'm unable to catch it. Elm beads mean promise or unbreakable bond. Elm beads are a rare flower native to Stone Creek that grow along the bark of the elm trees here. In the language of flowers, it means promise or unbreakable bond. Once coveted, that changed with the Beldam's death. Stone Creek held true to their meaning. The possibilities of promise. Mix that in with rumors of remnant magic and elm beads become a good luck charm. They were favorable gifts for one to manifest positive sentiments to another. This belief persisted through times of war, where soldiers would receive the flowers as keepsakes from their loved ones. Something to remember home by and to keep them safe. all to fulfill their promise of returning home. People also saw elm beads as a sign of prosperity. Back when Stone Creek was a settlement, wherever a patch of these flowers grew meant that the ground was fertile. Pockets of homes and buildings were built around these blooms, which resulted in Stone Creek we have today. You could say that the town was shaped by the flowers. That was my Edinburgh Scottish brogue that like a Scottish actor would do if he was in an interview. But it's also similar to like an American actor doing a Scottish accent who's pretty good at it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for your applause. Alright. From luck to misfortune. These days, elm beads are seen as omens of misfortune. Areas where the... Let me do it in my... American newscaster voice. Wait. These days, elm beads are seen as omens of misfortune. Areas where the flowers are abundant have been struck with great tragedy, such as the Moore murders in 1964 and the Link apartment fire in 2005. Those careless enough to pluck these flowers would experience bouts of bad luck. The worst of it is a painful stinging in their hands that would only intensify unless the flowers were returned to their rightful place. Is that good American newscaster voice? I kind of sound more like a used car salesman. It's funny that it says, such as the Moore murders, because holy fucking shit, the Moore murders is like a real thing in the UK. Like, there was a real murderer that was murdering people on the moors. Like, you can Google that shit. Anyway, the worst of the painful stinging, you gotta return the flowers. Why am I fucking so stupid today? Christ. I think I've like been snorting I don't know. Maybe it's the oil. It's not uncommon to see stems of elm beads tied to trees as a way to restore them. There are some residents here who still believe in the magic of these flowers. They think that holding on to it will allow them to experience its miracles, but belief and reality are opposing forces. The beldam keeps the score, and to her, nothing promised is ever sacred. Holy shit. So, I have read all these, and none of them were scannable apart from the one about the flowers. So the flower one's the one you've got to read, and then the next thing is we need to read this and download the video. Ruby, Persephone has gone into hiding. To reach them, you'll need to find a token to return a promise in Stone Creek. So it's obviously the flower, right? Don't worry, I have it here on my blog. It's something rare, but you can find it growing in Stone Creek. People in the past used to think it would bring them good luck, now not so much. With a mind like yours, you can find it easily. I already did. Let's click on this, download this fucking sick video. Y'all ready to watch a video? Wait, is this the same recording?
Driving now, can't text. Had a thought. These people who disappeared?
This is from
Since
Ruby.
there's so many of them now, they need a name. I
The
mean,
victims.
Like a catchy headline name. The Vanished.
The Lost.
Or The Lost. Maybe you can think of something?
Yeah, I think we
Thanks.
should call them the Lost Souls. Alright, anyway. Let's fucking go with the vanishing. Why am I doing stupid voices and trying to meme? Is it because I'm scared? Is this my, like, coping mechanism for fear? Humor? Is it the same coping mechanism that I use with grief and, like... Oh, shit. I'm learning about myself. Alright, let's fucking go.
These disappearances are getting out of hand.
Why did he film vertically this
The
time?
police reports show a linear growth at the start, but over the past few weeks it's growing exponentially. The bright side is, more cases means more evidence. I've been digging through the files and I noticed these symbols. This exact symbol appeared on one of my colleagues' desks. I'll be keeping an eye on him. There might be a connection between these disappearances and these symbols. They keep popping up. I see them everywhere, in doodles on public buses, carvings on benches, in children's books. They are everywhere. It's like an omen. Just when someone goes missing, these symbols keep appearing. Something bad's gonna happen. I can feel it. Gotta get more proof. Just to be sure. I need to get more reports from Persephone. There must be something I'm missing.
So, Grummeldunk was the pun that you noticed when he said, I'll keep my eye on them, when it's an eye-like symbol. I thought that was pretty good too. I noticed it before you said it. I was trying to keep quiet though to let the whole scene play out. Alright, we got 2 pieces of evidence. The only thing that we haven't done is... So, to like fill you back in, the game didn't save all my progress. So I had to like quickly unlock this, which was a lot easier this time because I wrote down like how you do it. And I'm not sure how far the game thought I was. But hopefully now we could start to like push things. There was something though last time that said go to Patrick's favorite place or something like that, right? Like, oh, it's in Paul's favorite place, and I don't remember that. Was it for this symbol? It said check out next to Abernathy Farms, right? That was that one, and we did that. But then we had a puzzle we were doing last time that was like Paul's favorite place. Show Ruby the video you found. Alright. Shit, no! Alright, let's go back and talk to Ruby. So this is Ruby saying she can't talk and she's talking about her car. If you click this, we can scroll back up. Alright, cool.
Driving now, can't...
Yeah, okay. Paul has an interesting theory. Attach the vanishing video and then it'll simulate her listening to it, I guess. And then she'll type back to us. Paul thinks the symbols are linked to disappearance based on what? Exposure? Not that I had that in... Not what I had in mind, but I should have expected this. Things tend to go off the rails with Paul. The symbol could easily be an art trend. Have you seen the symbol before? That's why you said you trust him. I mean, we fucking know the symbol's a real thing, right? I mean, it's literally chiseled into the girl's head on the Steam store page. Like, why would it not be? You know? I've just noticed that the little, like, run icon, you know, the tray icon on Windows? The tray icon for this game is, like, Paul's head on a red background with a number 3 in the top right. It's pretty interesting. I can see it on my second monitor's taskbar. Have you seen the symbol before? Let's just go with that. Dude, my nose is so blocked. Alright, anyway at the warehouse, hopefully we'll find something to prove or disprove Paul. Also, back to what I said about headlines. Aside from the victims, our articles gonna need one of something... Gonna need one too. Something sticky. Oh! We're gonna need a name for the article. Reporter gets ahead of herself. What about vanishing a Stone Creek? We could do something with their names. I don't think we could do something with their names. Those never work out. You know, like if you have friends, right? Say your friends are like called Sean, I don't know, Sean and fucking Brian, and I don't know. And you try and make a name, right? And then like using your first initials and you just end up spelling like fart or something, right? Never works out. Never ever. I'm not snorting cocaine. We could do something with their names. Let's just say Vanishing of Stone Creek. That could have been a subtitle for the game. Simulacra free, The Vanishing of Stone Creek. At this rate, it's come true with everyone's head turned. Good on thinking ahead. Wait. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Don't do this shit to me. Come on. Let me back in the chat. Let me back in the chat. Let me back in the chat. What the fuck is this? Let me back in the chat. Alright, it's not that scary. It's not that scary. It's fine. It's fine. It's a little bit scary. It's a little bit scary. It's a little bit scary, okay? Oh, Jesus Christ. I knew that this corridor was 3D rendered, and that's what made me know it was going to do something fucking... Oh, okay, okay. Let me click this. Do you think that there's a problem with the translation and localization? For example, like this sentence. At this rate, it's come true with everyone's head turned. Good on thinking ahead. That's because I said, we should call the name The Vanishing of Stone Creek. I don't understand what she means. Does she mean it's come true as in like everyone's gone missing? So I'm thinking ahead by saying that everyone eventually will go missing in Stone Creek? Like this sentence sounds weird. Hold that vote for that. Blah, blah. Hold that vote. I'm close to pawns. To pawns? Oh my god! Alright, my brain is fucking fried. Hold that thought. I'm close to Paul's location in the video. Should be right about here. What do we have here? Right, we got poo poo stain. And we got a symbol. Does this not just look like somebody used every textured Photoshop brush that they have? I'm not complaining. I like this type of shit. You keep that budget. You keep that budget, Kaigen Games. This is the exact spot that man was standing. Do you see that on the door? Yeah, I see poo poo. It looks familiar. We don't know what happened. What? We don't know that this appeared the same night as the video. Yeah, we do. That Pitts Falls Fury. It Pitts Falls Fury. Yep. Yep, my brain is functioning at 100% today. I'll be damned. Could Paul be right for once? Rook, this is great news. The story is shaping up. Mysterious symbols appearing in town. People vanishing. It writes itself. Wait. That man really vanished into thin air? We're gonna need a new headline. Paul was more worried about the town. True. We need to worry about the town, not the fucking article. What the heck did she just say? And the way we can help the town is by sharing the story. There are stories that you can't silence. This is gearing up to be one of them. I want to get on top of this now. There's a couple of threads to follow. I'm gonna BRB. I've run out of tissues. My nose is still running. It's been 31 minutes. Come on, dude. All I want to do is stream. It's horror month. I just want to play horror games and like poo my pants. Oh, BRB. I need to hire a video editor to take out all the times I sneeze and take pauses and AFKs from all my videos and take out my intros and outros. my rambling outros and my 5-minute intros where I forget that I hit the stream button and I'm just sitting here like reading Twitter. I'm kidding. I used to edit some of my videos. I think I edited like 80 videos on YouTube, and then I eventually got bored of it and was like, fuck this. Because it took too long to download them, render them, and then upload them again. It took too long. Even though a lot of that is passive stuff, like you just set it up and it does it. Just took too long. I don't like editing videos. What are we doing? Well, that guy in the video was his colleague. He mentioned to get more reports from Persephone. Yeah, we should contact Persephone. Maybe from his network. Maybe she's a fan on his website. I'm not sure if this is a person or an organization or a place. He gets carried away with his code names. Well, that guy in the video was his colleague. Maybe I can find something from where he works. Do we know where Paul Castillo worked? Do we know that? Since you have his phone, why not figure out who or what Persephone is, and I will pay Paul a visit to Paul's office. I think that's it. I think she's just gonna say bye. I'll do the same if I run into any hiccups. And it saved. It actually saved our progress. So the first thing is, if we go to this place here, Ruby Persephone has gone into hiding. To reach them, you'll need to find a token to return a promise in Stone Creek. Don't worry, it's on my blog. Okay. So I think we just go to Atlas and we go into unlock mode and we go to a promise and then we upload the flower. And that should be it. That should unlock a bunch of shit. Ta-da! Persephone's garden. And that should just unlock a whole load of stuff. Oh, wow. So we're looking for anything that has a yellow mark on it. A message, a promise, a resolution. I see that you missed our previous post. I am sorry to inform you that the contest is over. If you're looking for your desired bouquet, please make your order on our website and we'll get back to you. Thanks for your support. Oh, it's like codename stuff. The language of flowers contest comes to an end. With that, we are pleased to announce the launch of our new online store. Thanks for supporting us and we are forever grateful. Okay, order form. So Persephone is like a fake flower store. Flower shop thingy. Order Persephone's garden. Persephone's garden could be the name of your OnlyFans account. It could be. Right? Like it could be. Oh, this isn't an email address. It's the order form for, it's like a link to the order form on the website. So we probably don't even need to write that down. Beware danger, truth, can you hurry up? I don't think you can rush this kind of thing. Love, hope, beauty, love you, babe. You know who you are. At Persephone's garden? Alright, cool. I've heard about this place, but never actually... Wait. Never actually have seen it. It's like an online store or something? Oh, because it's a fake place. It's the Illuminati, my friend. Top memes. Is that it? 2 more. Humility, courage, sorrow. Can there be multiple entries? Hold on. This sounds like a code, right? This sounds like something that's going to ask me to go and get. How does one find the store, actually? I've tried walking up and down the street, but I'm unable to find it. Some guy told me the person in charge knows their thing. Disdain, anxious, sorrow. The state of the town today. Anxious, sorrow. Gratitude, friendship, strength. Are these like all things I need to write? It sounds like these are codes though, right? And you just put them in. We're pleased to announce a small little contest called the Language of Flowers. Post 3 words to convey your feelings of the day. We will select a user at random as a winner, and they will get a free bouquet themed around your choice of words. Applicable to members only. The contest runs for a limited time. If you have trouble finding your language of flowers, if you have trouble finding your language of flowers, consider visiting our website for inspiration. It's not me that's having trouble reading this. It is written like in bad English, right? I mean, it is a Malaysian game, but it's like all the videos are in English, so they clearly developed this in English. It should just be, if you're having trouble finding your language of flowers. If you have trouble finding your language of flowers. That extra "the" is like what's fucking it up. Alright, let's skip out on this. I think that's all of them. And let's hit up this phone. We got a guy called Burke who just got added to the phone. I think only the people with photos are people you could talk to. Everybody else is like Kickstarter backers. We don't have a reason to call Burke right now though. The Grind. Thanks for starting your day with us at The Grind. Here's your digital receipt for your purchase on February 19th, 2022. Oh my god, look at this order. 3 pumps vanilla, 1 pump caramel syrup, 1 pump cinnamon dolce, splash of soy milk, light cream, no ice, no foam. Wow. He ordered 2 coffees though, right? So that means he was with somebody? That is pretty disgusting. Even a matcha latte to me is pretty disgusting. Matcha is like green tea, right? But as a latte, doesn't that mean it's like mostly milk as well? So this would be like half milk and half green tea, which just sounds like baby food. I don't know. It probably looks like vomit. Here's a new note. Cool. Media time. We can all be friends, Paul. I'll be back to show you. Cool. We got a picture of Paul's thumb. Can we rate Paul's thumb on a scale of 1 to 10? He's got a nice cuticle. His cuticle's trimmed. You know, he's got... if it was me, maybe this would be a little bit longer here. Maybe like a little bit. An 8? You getting that an 8? I'd give it... I think you're right. I think I'd give it an 8 as well. I think I'd give that an 8. It's very similar to my own thumb. It's actually really similar. How much variance is there on people's thumbs though? What the fucking... Do you think they actually did this? Come on, Malaysian dev team. Do you have no balls? They should have went to a place and actually did this. There was a game that did do a real world thing like this. It was on Blame It on Jorge. It would take me ages to find what it was. Your thumbs are different from each other. I think mine are too. My right thumb seems fatter. My right thumb seems older and fatter than my left one. Oh god. There was a dev team though that had a secret message in one of their games, and it led you to like a place near where one of the developers lived. And he left a suitcase in an abandoned building, and he changed the message so that it was like a certain date and time, and he showed up there and like scared somebody. Like it was a whole scandal. I'd have to like look into it. I'll look into it and actually tweet it. I'll look it up because if you haven't like followed or like if you've never watched Blame It on Jorge on YouTube, he's actually like probably one of my favorite YouTubers. It's just Blame It On and then Jorge spelled Jorge. He does lost media videos about like lost episodes of stuff, lost video games and like stuff like that. And he started to do some true crime stuff, and I don't like true crime things, right? Like I don't like watching like true crime movies or documentaries, TV shows. I don't like that type of stuff. But Jorge has like a different way of doing it, where his cases are actually interesting and well presented, and I never feel like I'm waiting for the I'm waiting for the action to happen in the story. He lays everything out really clearly. He's not like, you know, trying to make you watch after the 5th ad break in an hour-long show about like an incident that took 5 minutes to happen. Where was I going with that? But yeah, I think he's the one that covered the building where they'd put a briefcase in it and like, you know, stuff happened. I'm kind of scared to zoom in on these pictures because I'm not sure if like there'll be a jump scare in the picture itself. Is that a thing? I love indie devs as well because this might not be anywhere near Malaysia. If I was to guess, doesn't this look more like an American style house, like an abandoned American house? Kind of like the way the windows are framed, the lap of the building. Do you have anything else here? You got 2 other recordings, the Jeff files, log 1 and log 2, and then we got this raw video. So it's a video taken by this phone. Pickup point. Paul picking up a client before joining Thomas at his favorite spot for a meeting. That was the thing about Thomas. It was Thomas's favorite spot. I figured that Thomas was actually the goose guy. You know, from the Atlas app. I think Thomas is the goose guy. So what did it actually say? It said before picking him up. We haven't actually seen Thomas's name though, right? Because I lost progress from yesterday, the game didn't save everything I'd done.
The Case of the Strange Symbols Audio Log 1. My investigation continues. The last disappearance was a couple of weeks ago. Same thing, no new leads. The sheriff's department has been tight-lipped. It's been quiet since then, but this is far from over. I have a hunch on who might be next. One of my co-workers from Mirror Tech, Jeff Howard. He's a reserved guy, quiet, minds his own business. Lately, he's been more withdrawn and spacey than usual. I didn't think much of it until I caught a glimpse of the symbol on his computer. He was happy when I mentioned it. I made a new friend. Said he was staying back at Mirror to see them. I knew he was working late nights, but the way he said it, something was off. That's when I wrote Persephone in. The footage we got is deeply concerning. Jeff's in danger, I know it. Maybe if I stick close to him, I can get more information. If anything tries to take him in the process, I'll stop it. Yeah. I'll try to talk to Thomas too. Jeff needs to go home. These nights aren't good for him. The Case of the Strange Symbols Audio Log.
Hold on. So, Jeff went missing at Sunny Express. Sunny Express is to the east of Stone Creek. And Jeff went missing, like we saw the video of him getting abducted by the monster. It's the same place where Ruby is right now. And Jeff was a co-worker working late at Miratech. So Paul works at Miratech too then, right? Miratech's the company that has the special badges that allow them to move freely throughout the city at night. So Thomas must be another co-worker. I'm kind of interested to see what log 2 is going to have in it, because like this will probably be after Paul went to see Jeff, like after Paul followed Jeff to the delivery place and after he got abducted maybe. We'll see if like that's what this is.
2. Jeff rarely leaves Miratech. He's only ever home 3 hours out of the whole day, then it's back to work. Well, today he was forced to take the day off. HR freaked when they learned how much time he was spending at the office. I couldn't leave him alone, so I followed him. The morning was uneventful. Wish I could say the same for when we got to the park. I'm at a safe distance, observing in my car.
Oh shit.
Jeff is handing out pieces of paper to people with a huge smile on his face. I've never seen him so happy before. Whatever he's showing them, it's scaring people. I need to find out what it is. Should catch up with one of them, see what they'll tell me.
So Jeff was handing out this. We can all be friends. And it says Paul. Wait, what? What? Was he handing it out and it said Paul on all of them? Or maybe it says your name when you... I don't know. Very weird. I thought it was going to be about following him. Alright, Thomas's favorite location. We're probably not going to need to work too hard to find Thomas's favorite location, but I think that it's the Goose's tweets that we're looking at. So the Goose gave a 4 out of 5 to Brewster's Coffee, right? I'm gonna look for more of the Goose. The gallery was his favorite, but it changed because they took down the exhibit to the Beldam. And once they changed the exhibit, he got mad. Yeah, that's it. So it must be, how did it take us over like 40 minutes yesterday to read all this? There's no way this is like every tweet. So Brewster's Coffee's maybe the place. I guess we'll look at the Persephone stuff first, but then we do have a big lead on this, right? And we got 50 messages from Burke and a bunch from Persephone. Congratulations, your Atlas feed post has been randomly selected as a winner for our Language of Love Flowers contest. Language of Flowers contest. Your winning flowers for your winning words is hydrangea, ivy, oak. We will turn it into a bouquet for you. Ivy and oak in a bouquet. That sound weird to anybody else? How do you have an ivy bouquet? Please confirm. I confirm. An employee will contact you soon. Thanks for choosing Persephone. So that was on the 15th of June. And then, whoa, like 6 months later. Congratulations, your Atlas feed post has been randomly selected as a winner of the Language of Flowers contest. Your winning flowers are pine, thyme, purple hyacinth. I don't think you can get thyme in a bouquet either. Hyacinth. We will turn it into a bouquet. Please confirm. Yes, I confirm. Can you speed this up, please? An employee will contact you soon. Thank you for choosing Persephone's. Alright, he's won it one more time. And this time it's begonia. Begonia. Rhododendron. Why am I writing this down when I might not even need it? I just always write it down just in case though, right? Rhododendron. It's better having it on a sheet of paper next to me than thinking to myself like, where did I see that written down, than having to like go all the way back. Chrysanthemum. You should have seen my notes when I played D&D at the start of the year. Every like 3-hour session of D&D, I would fill like 3 or 4 pages, and then I would rewrite it later as like 1 or 2 pages to make it more concise. I took notes on everything. I should really come up with better contingencies for emergencies. BRW doesn't mean anything, right? Like it's nothing to do with just the letters. PTPH, yeah. Good day, I was wondering if you have seen the post on Atlas. I would like to remind you that the contest is over. However, since you are such a loyal customer, we would like to give you a free bouquet anyway. Just make the order online following your last contest entry, and that bouquet will be on the house. Following the last contest entry. Okay. So they've done this twice. They sent one on March 1st and another one on March 1st. Are they the same? So it would be begonia, rhododendron, white chrysanthemum. Huh? I don't see rhododendron. Oh, shit. After all that, we still fucked it up. Last entry. Begonia, rhododendron, white chrysanthemums. Begonia, white chrysanthemum. Are rhododendrons called something else? Like, the rhododendrons have a different name? It's literally not on the list. Neither is oak or ivy. Neither is oak or ivy or pine. Pine's there, sorry. There's no thyme. And there's no purple hyacinth. Oh. Wait. What it is it's his last entry. So it's this one. Right? Message, promise, resolution. And then you go over here. And message, promise, resolution would mean... Well, resolution is Columbine purple. And promise is elm beads. And message is iris. So you just do this, right? Columbine purple, iris, and elm beads, and then order. Your order is being processed. I don't think any of this is like anything you need to look at, right? This is just memes. Beldam's blessing. Oh god. Plants, herbs, planters, arrangements. It's all fake. It's a fake thing. There's no building. Monday, okay. Public holidays closed. Great. Installations, artisan market, daycare. It's not a real place. All right. I need a moment. Just gotta work out 8 more things. Make that 8.5. I'll be back to you later. All right. So at least we started with that. Give me a minute. Residents, please be aware that the lockdown is still in full effect. Those going against the ordinance will be met with the full prosecution of law. Sick. Let's have a look at Burke. Broke. Oh, that was all correct. Burke? No harm done. Neither of us will be broke if this deal goes through. You that kid Thomas said was picking me up? Yes, sir. Good. Was getting word he wanted to do business at this dingy bus stop. It's an interesting little town you have here. Very quaint. You see a guy like Thomas and you wouldn't think... Oh, you see a guy like Thomas and you wouldn't think he'd come from a place like this. Hard to imagine why he'd come back, unless it's for the tax breaks. Anyway. Where are you again? And then there's the bus stop. Let's answer it. Hello, Clementine's bus stop. Got you. Alright. Can't wait to see Thomas's favorite spot. He wouldn't shut up about it. I guess we can unlock 2 things now, right? So, Thomas's favorite spot. There only is 4 places. It's probably just the pickup point into here, right? Cool. Little Clementine's bus stop. So this unlocked all the posts about Little Clementine's bus stop, right? So when we scroll down there, we should see these things here. Cool. Dude, my nose keeps running and running. It's been an hour. It wasn't as bad until I started streaming. It's just like, as soon as I put on the headphones, it happens. Alright. Love our bus system. Thank you, Mayor. But the downfall is the operating hours. Everything stops at 10 p.m. It gets creepy at night. Sometimes I forget there are missing people out there. I wish they could extend their hours. Oh my god, I agree with this as well. I hate taking any rideshare apps sometimes because the drivers are weirdos. I had one random guy following me the other night and it just felt ick. Maybe we should start having a list of names who would like to extend the bus operating hours. This would definitely help them see the numbers. Forever grateful that they upgraded the bus system. It's as reliable as the sun. I'm never late to work. I'm praying that they'll extend the routes to the outskirts. Public transport there is abysmal compared to the town. Did you catch the brand new buses they put in rotation? Hella clean and the air conditioning doesn't smell like moldy farts and dirt. I enjoyed the moldy fart air in the buses. It was a highlight of my commute. There you go. Most normal comment I've left. It's the most normal comment I've left on the Atlas feed. You guys got new buses too? What is this? Oh my god, I can't breathe. I literally can't breathe. Alright. Ruby still wants to talk to me. I guess Burke was like... What deal would Burke have been doing? Burke was doing a deal with Thomas and Paul. What kind of deal? Right? There hasn't been any type of deal yet that anybody's spoken about. Burke's profile picture looks like he's a top memer. Giga Chad profile picture. Keep me posted, Rook. I'll do the same, and if there aren't any hiccups.
Okay, here's an idea. Now that we know exactly what happened to those who disappeared, how about the sunken?
Oh
Since
no.
he, sank.
Wait. Is she
Yeah.
saying...
It's growing on me already. I'll just let it percolate more before I commit to it.
Is she... Why is she saying that we know that they drowned? We don't know that they drowned. We just think that it's related to... We have none of that information. We have none of the information that the Beldam is the one that's taking people and making them drown. All we know is that, like, some spooky supernatural thing is happening which might be related to the Beldam, and we have a symbol that might be related to the Beldam. I mean... I don't think we could make that assumption that they're drowned. These messages are coded. Coded messages with flowers. Does Damon ring any bells? The secrecy seems unnecessary. We've already worked this one out. I know a Damien, but we lost contact a while ago. It reminds me of a shadier version of Paul, actually. We have Persephone. I mean Damien. It won't hurt to try and contact them. Any idea where to start? We've already done this. I'm way ahead. I should have been reporting to Ruby, I guess. Establish that Paul and Damien have a system. Yeah. Points to a contest. There's a pattern. We've already done this. He gets a bouquet of 3 different flowers. Winning flowers for winning words. Do you know a place in town we could place these orders? I think I know where to start. Persephone is person in a place. I think I know where to start. I mean, I've done it, right? Go back to me once you found Damien. I mean, this is it, but we can't send him any more messages. So I guess... Oh shit. We have now. Paul, where have you been, buddy? You dumped a bunch of stuff on me and then broke our contact protocol. Then went MIA. What's going on? Did you find another florist best friend? This is fucking great. Look at the emojis. Holy shit. Holy shit, the emojis, dude. What up, O Bandit? What up, what up? We're solving mysteries. We're like Scooby-Doo. 8 years and 3 weeks. Jesus Christ. Right, that's it, guys. I've been streaming for 8 years. It's now over. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Good night, guys. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. In the meantime, I try to pay a visit to where Paul works, get some info on that colleague that went missing. So she's going to talk about Jeff, the missing colleague at Mira Corp. And I guess when she's there, maybe she'll get info on Thomas. Happy 8th year. Is it happy though? Is it happy? It's a fucking depressing number of years. It's a depressing number of years to spend streaming on Twitch. Is it not? Is it not a depressing number? To think that there are streamers like Trainwrecks. Trainwrecks has been streaming for 6 years, right? It was recently his 6-year anniversary. He's now a top 10 streamer. And how much did he say he made in terms of millions from that gambling shit? And when he goes live, he gets more followers during his intro. He gets more followers during his 1-hour intro than I do for the whole 8 years. Yeah, I should have signed the Mixer contract. I should have signed it. I apologize for having you stare at like a non-moving screen with no sound, but I'm blowing my nose. My nose is like really running. Yeah, Trainwrecks does like a 1-hour intro, and I'm not making that up. 1 hour plus. And he easily gets between 600 and 2,500 followers during that intro. He just like runs an intro video, plays music, comes back, and he literally has 1,500 more followers. If he asks for followers, which he's never done, right? Like, never done in recent times, but when he asks for followers, it goes fucking crazy. I know this because he dragged his subscription feed. You know your subscription and like donations feed, how it can show followers as well? He dragged that onto the screen, and because people wanted their name on the screen, people started like clicking the follow button. It fucking flew. I've seen Soda Poppin do the same thing as well. Oh no, it wasn't Soda Poppin'. It was Asmongold. Asmongold dragged it onto the screen to read a donation and show like a donation, and he went to piss. And then McConnell, one of his friends, was on Discord. So McConnell like notices that Asmongold's AFK, and he's like, follow the stream, guys, follow the stream, everybody follow the stream. And it fucking shot up, dude. It fucking shot up. You should have seen like how fast that was moving. This was before Classic WoW came back out, when they were doing like a pre-stream talking about it. Anyway, enough memes. Yeah, I don't know. Is it depressing to spend 8 years on Twitch? Kinda is, right? I don't regret it, right? I only regret not signing the Mixer contract. At least I've never been banned, right? I've never been banned. I've had very little controversy. And I've had very little trolling. I had a lot of trolling in like the first 3 years of streaming, and then like the trolling just kind of died off. You know what I mean? My only regret is that I wish I'd saved every VOD. Like, I wish I'd saved every single VOD from the beginning, because since I started streaming again in February this year, started streaming again February 25th this year, and at that point I think I had 180 YouTube videos. And since then, I've completed 44 games on stream this year, since February 25th. And I have the VODs for all of them, right? And like most of them, I think half of them are uploaded to YouTube right now. But I wish I'd saved every VOD, because I know that people like Co-Carnage have done that. Brown Man is famous for doing that. I shouldn't call him Brown Man anymore. His name is Ray Narvez Jr., right? Who else does that? Dan's Gaming did that as well. It would have been really cool to have that. The thing is, it's difficult for me to back up all the stream VODs, because if I download them and I don't immediately back them up to YouTube, they just start taking up more and more space, right? Like, an hour of my stream at this quality, I think is like 2 gigabytes. So after like 100 4-hour streams, you're talking like there's a terabyte, right? Easily like a terabyte. But anyway, it's a lot easier if you could just locally record at the same time as streaming. That way you don't need to download the VODs from Twitch before they get deleted. They get deleted after 60 days on Twitch. So I need to download them all and then re-upload them to YouTube. So it is a lot of space. Like if you imagine like 1200 streams, right? And each stream being about 8 gigabyte, you're talking like literally, it would probably end up being over 12 or 13 terabyte of storage. If I'd recorded everything from day one, it'd be like 12 terabyte. And that's at the bitrate I'm streaming it now. If I'd had like 2 PCs set up and I was locally recording, it would be like double the bitrate. It'd probably be like 30 terabyte. That's no exaggeration. It probably would be. Because I must have streamed like at least 5,000 hours by now. 1,231 streams, right? Plus I streamed a little bit before I added numbers. I used to stream League of Legends before I added numbers. Average stream length being between like 2.5 and some of them are like 11 hours. It would have to be, right? It has to be probably, I'd probably say 6,000 hours. If you took the average as 5 hours, then it would be 6,000 hours. If you took the average as 4, it'd be 4,800, right? Or something like that. My math is way wrong. But you know what I mean? 1,200 times however many hours an average stream is. This month I've actually streamed more than I thought I did. Actually, let me check. I hate doing this. Where's the thing? How do you check your analytics on Twitch again? Shit. Creator dashboard. Is that it? Analytics. Overview. This month I have streamed 72 hours. Yeah, this month I've streamed 72 hours, and I thought it'd be a lot lower. Like, I'm happy to have streamed 72 hours. And I've completed like 8 games as well, including 3 new releases, and this is like the 4th new release game. So that's pretty sick as well. But yeah, I've spent a long time streaming. I feel like I'm rambling. Am I rambling? Is this boring? Do you want to get back to getting abducted by the beldam? I feel like we need to get abducted by the beldam. Alright, get back to me once you find Damien. In the meantime, I'll try to pay a visit to the co-workers. Cool. And then I clicked on this and he said I went missing. This isn't Paul. Paul's missing. They did this in Simulacra 2. And Simulacra 1, you could pretend to be the person that was missing, or you could pretend to be somebody else. In Simulacra 2, when you pretend to be the person whose phone it is, it doesn't work because the person you're talking to is the person whose phone this was. So in Simulacra 2, you find the phone. The person whose phone it was has been abducted. You contact somebody in the phone, and it turns out that it's a monster that's possessed them, and you're talking to the person, so it knows it's not you. This game is different now. This game is like completely different. I thought it was going to be more about the technology thing, like the weird Matrix monster from Simulacra 1 and 2, but it's not. This is like about a completely different thing. Is this Persephone or Damien? Paul's missing. I'm going to say they're all kind of the same, right? Because this one would lead them to believe that you're not Paul because you would know this. I'm going to say this isn't Paul. Let's just be honest. Are you a spook? Tell me. Answer, or I'll make sure you'll never buy flowers in this town again. I'm with Ruby Myers. I'm a reporter for Stone Creek Citizen. Calm down. I'm just a friend of Paul's. I'm going to say reporter might spook them. I'm just going to say this. Friends, Paul's, you're definitely a liar. I'm a reporter, bro. The news, Paul would never expose me like this. We have a binding contract. Don't you trust me? Please do it for Paul. I don't have time for this. Do it for Paul. Trying to manipulate me? Yes. Lead the snakes to my door unless you followed the protocol, the clues, protected me. Paul wanted you to find me. Paul could be in trouble. Oh no. I feel like they're gonna send me a TikTok video of them crying next. This person with their emotes and their oh no no no. But if you know Paul, then maybe you're here on good authority. Resisting the urge to change my mind. No, I changed it again. Okay, we're good. Sounds like a kid, right? What were you two discussing? You have to be specific. Paul and I talk about many things, not just flowers and friendship. Although I do enjoy when we do. Persephone's just a code name with Paul. Most know me as a modest florist and flower shop owner. But if you're looking for stuff or things, I am Damien, purveyor of the unobtainable for my clients. Kind of stuff. Am I on the deep web right now? Anything and everything. Flowers, documents, surveillance, so long as you have a good cause that I align with. I'm what you call a fixer. For legal reasons, I prefer purveyor of the unobtainable. People come to me when there's too much red tape, so I fix things and I help them. And that makes me sound more like a handyman. Bet nothing gets by you in Stone Creek. Are you good at finding people? What did you help Paul with? Also, I'm gonna BRB. I again need more tissues. My nose, like, you can hear it, right? I'm talking like this because my nose is, like, totally blocked. I don't even know where to begin. It's usually something obscure and out there. Paul never disappoints. My favorite was... Wait. Was this hair sample? Thought it might be the Mothman himself. I fucking hate Mothman. Mothman is the shittest cryptid. Mothman is this cryptid, right? That had a movie in the 90s or the early 2000s. And it's about a Mothman. Like a man that's like a big moth, right? And he appears before disasters. And all the photos are just like a black silhouette of like a big moth and some red eyes. Literally all of the photos could literally just be real moths that are close to the camera, and that's why they're blurry. And the Mothman movie is an okay movie, but Mothman's basically not in it. The whole point of the Mothman movie is you've got to watch it frame by frame and like see when Mothman appears, right? Like, it's kind of like one of those found footage films, but if you watch it and you're not looking, you wouldn't even see it. If you've ever played, what's that game? What's that walking simulator game? Right? There's a walking simulator game where you walk on an island and there's a ghost. But if you play it and you don't see the ghost, right? Because you were like looking in the wrong place or whatever, like your experience is totally different. It's like that. Mothman's a shit cryptid. He's terrible. Really bad. Hate him. Absolutely hate him. Last time he came, it was about something mundane. I know where this is going. You want to know more about the disappearances, don't you? It was a strong concern of Paul's too. Did you know he was following someone? I really need to go get tissues, don't I? My nose is like becoming more and more plugged. Oh, BRB. The only reason I think I'm getting a cold, or the reason I think I've had like 2 colds in the same month, is because I'm staying up like super late to finish Inktober. Inktober is like the yearly art thing where you do a different ink drawing every day. Last night I stayed up until I think 5:30 to finish it, and then by the time I was actually in bed sleeping, it was like 7 a.m. That's probably what's like driving me to have a cold. That and the temperature change. But on the bright side, I haven't missed a day. 72 hours of streaming this month, and if you take in Inktober as well, I've probably done over 120 hours of Inktober. So I've probably put in 190 hours between the stream and my Instagram page in the last 27 days. That sounds about right. Because Inktober has literally been between... I think the quickest was 3 hours and the longest was 6, right? And the average is about 4 or 5 hours a night. Because I normally end the stream at 11 or midnight, and then I've been like doing Inktober until 5 or 6 in the morning. A lot of the time I finish and I just have to wait on it drying before I can take photos and post it. Anyway, random fucking side story. Random side story over with. Did you know he was following someone? What did he ask from you this time? You know something about disappearances. Let's go with this. Disappearances. Strong fear permeating through Stone Creek. All revolving the missing person cases. Shouldn't be involving or revolving around. You wouldn't just say revolving. Some think that the Beldam is back. Others say it's a publicity stunt. At least I'm not the only one on my toes. What are they scared of exactly? That something with power exists in town, stealing people away or silencing them into hiding. Mainly they're afraid it isn't on their side. Neither want Stone Creek to fall into the hands of the other. Maybe I should speak of this. Maybe I shouldn't speak of this. Someone could be listening. Oh no. Did you know he was following someone? Yes, and I might have helped him with that. Paul was looking into a colleague of his, Jeff Howard. Jeff. He was a pretty normal guy until he disappeared for a few days and came back acting strange and distant. Apparently he never left work. Paul suspected he might be up to no good. My name Jeff. We all know it's the Miracorp that's behind this, right? I think it's the Miracorp. I think the Miracorp is taking over the city and moving in and like industrializing it. And the Beldam is mad because it reminds her of the townspeople moving into her town and, you know, killing her. So I think that's what this is all about. Paul wanted a whole background check. Police records, digital footprint, you know, the standard stuff. He also asked for surveillance that this guy... Surveillance. What this guy did on the day-to-day, for the most part, it was uneventful. Except he had periods where he'd blank out in the middle of doing something and zone out for a few hours, just staring, creepy. That's me, right? That's me, because I'm not actually streaming, I'm just like hallucinating in a jail cell. Right? And you guys aren't even real. That's me. I just zone out. Paul thought that if he could get a closer look at Jeff's life, he'd find a connection to the other disappearances in town. Nothing turned up until we saw something weird. Can you show me this? This is going to be a weird video. I must. I'm not watching this video alone again. Paul noticed that Jeff stayed late for work every night. The guy never went home except when Paul stayed back to try and catch him. Then he'd disappear. We wanted to see what he was up to at night in the office. I got access to the cameras, and well, this happened. Y'all fucking ready for this, memes? Uh-oh. Oh no. Is that it? So it is using the computer. The symbol is on the computer like in Simulacra 1 and 2. And then he just zoned out for like hours? What the fuck? And he got tickled by the tickle monster. Let's run that back and watch the tickle monster part again. You know what this needs? Hold on. You know what this needs? Let me pause it real quick. We're gonna fucking DMCA it so bad. It's the fast time lapse that made me think of it. Holy shit. Everybody's just like working around him, like drinking their water cups at the water cooler. Oh shit. Maybe he was just dedicated worker. The screen doesn't move. What was near the end? The shadow hands. What is that on the screen? Let's go with the shadow hands first. Shh, I don't want to be cursed. You want to know something creepier? That mark on his screen. We shouldn't look at it. I probably should have warned you beforehand. Look at these fucking emojis, dude. Oh my god. When Paul wanted me to... This guy should have been the main character. When Paul wanted my help with the disappearances, he asked me to look into each location, see if there was a link to it all. Do you think these are so you think that he's like not an enemy? Oh my god. He asked me to see if there's a... Wait. When Paul wanted my help with the disappearances, he asked me to look into each location. Do we know the location each person disappeared? Because I don't think we do. See if there was a link to it all. I don't know how, but that symbol was everywhere, sprouting wherever those missing folks were last seen. Can you track down its origins? Could it be a coincidence? Do you think it has a meaning? Let's go with origins. Because we actually don't have any origins from the Beldam with that symbol. Nothing like that was on Paul's website. I'd rather not, especially without Paul. Looking at it gives me the sweats. It's like an eye looking back at me. Something about it looks familiar, but I can't place it. You know what it looks like? It looks like the Kaigen Games logo. The logo of the people who made this game. Their logo is also an eyeball shape, but is closer to like a symmetrical eye, rather than being like vertically asymmetrical. Listen, I think we've spoken enough for now. It's best we part ways. If you find something else, I prefer if you left me out of it. Okay. Nothing spooky on that screen. Good shit. Sometimes the wallpaper on this screen goes like spooky, but nothing spooky today. Alright. Send Ruby the video that Damien showed you. Seems easy enough, but first, I want to order a pizza. Let me call Jeff. Look at Jeff. Look at that boy. Is he wearing a Back to the Future t-shirt? This is a Back to the Future t-shirt, isn't it? It is, right? BAC, and then there's the arrow. He's wearing an airbrushed Back to the Future vintage movie tee. It is. Oh, Jeff. Good shit, good shit. Who else do we got? We got Burke. Burke looks like a model who's advertising like beard grooming products. Think any of these work? Right, we got another mail from Julia. Yeah, no, screw all of that. Someone from Mira goes missing and they're threatening a gag order on the whole company. It doesn't matter how nice you try to sound. Thomas, we all speak corporate. We should be doing something to help, not this. They're treating it like it's an inconvenience. Absolute trash. I can't imagine the chaos you must be going through at upper management now, Nat. So much for a promotion. Sorry for the morning angst, guys. I'm just appalled. None of this is right. So this is an email that's sent to Natalie and Paul, forwarded in February, and it's, you know, it's the tail end of a message, and it's like a longer correspondence. So what we should do is we should read it from the bottom to the top. Oh my god, that's a relief. Thanks, Paul. No, wait, what? This is 10:51, and this is 10:46, 10:29, 10:22. So you do read it from the top to the bottom. Well, it's fine. Everything is fine. This is exactly what I was trying to prevent, and this is from Natalie. Everyone's freaking the hell out, and the people I work with are looking at each other wondering, where did we go wrong? I told them it was a bad idea to minimize the news in favor of keeping Mira's rep, but no. They just looked at me with their sneers, like I wet the fucking bed. I'm going crazy here. They want legal to accompany the staff that are going to for questioning at the station this morning. I'd say at least Mira is cooperating, but I'm dumb enough to fall for that. I'm not dumb enough to fall for that. They're hiding something. So Jeff goes missing, and then Thomas tries to cover it up. Thomas is like the manager maybe at Mira. And then when people are getting questioned, Mira wants the legal team to be in the room at the sheriff's office. Oh, but that's not all. Thomas has been dodging calls from Mrs. Howard, Jeff's mom. They've been putting her on hold until she hangs up. All of their scummy moves. This takes the cake. But yeah, no worries. Totally normal. Jesus, was it always like this here? I hate that. This is from Julia. I hate that you're in this position. Nat, let me know if you want to have a night out. My treat. Is that the solution? The solution to like corporate shenanigans is just to go get drunk. I feel so bad for Mrs. Howard. Forget the announcement. We need to show some support. Maybe send some flowers. Get a card going around. Pam, got any ideas? Paul here. I'm guessing that I wasn't supposed to be part of this chain, but don't panic. I won't spread this to anyone unless you want me to tell Pam. Oh, shit. Julia typed in PA and then she let the fucking web address autofill and she sent it to Paul by accident. This is grounds for dismissal, dude. This is bad. News about Jeff is rough. I'm equally disappointed and enraged. Wish there was more I could offer, but I'm not so good with words now. Flowers for Jeff's family is a good call. If you want, I know someone who can help. Say the word and it's done. He does. He knows Persephone. Oh my god, that's a relief. Thanks, Paul. About the flowers. I'm tired of waiting. Tell your contact that will... Wait, tell your contact we'll take the most extravagant arrangement they have. I really wish the sentences were just longer. It's because they're broken up on the end of the fucking... I need a smaller font, or I need longer screen. I don't know. She had and a few others are thinking of doing a group walk carpool for work. Gotta make sure we're all safe. You in? You're welcome to join too, Paul. Well... That sounds great. Yeah. Alright, messages from Jeff, Mr. Back to the Future. Hey, Paul. Sorry to bug you. I heard around the office you got a fat cock. No, he doesn't say that. He doesn't say that. Sorry to bug you. Word around the office is you got a fat cock. Sorry to bug you. I know you're off for a while, but I need your help with something. No worries, what's up? The boss is asking me to take over some of your work. I can handle it for the most part, but I need that image replacement script you were working on. I want to take look to get a better sense of it. I have found like 5 spelling and grammar mistakes, and I really feel like I should have been writing them down and sending them to Kaigen Games. I'm like the 5th person to play this game, by the way. Like, I'm not even making this up. Right now, on Steam, this game has 30 Steam reviews. 3-0. You know, like, I'm like the 5th person to play this game. So I should be logging this shit and telling them. It should be, I want to take a look to get a better sense of it. He's having you redo the whole thing. God damn it. I have an agreement with him. Until he upholds it, I am afraid it stays with me. Sorry, Jeff, but I can't help you with that. Come on, man. I've been working late trying to redo it. But an image replacement software? Image replacement script. I've been sorting the images manually, and the script would speed things up. Like I said, I just can't. I have a thing on my PC. I use a thing called Irfan Viewer. And you can, if you have like a bunch of files that have really bad file names, right? You can batch convert them. So you can pick every single file that's from, I don't know, say you were on vacation for like 3 weeks and you took holiday photos, right? Take all those photos and you can get it to change it to like holiday June 2022 and then have a number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it like does it instantly. It's like really, really good for batch conversion. I was using it a lot with AI generated images, so you could just like take out the prompt you used and just make them say like 01, 02, 03, or say you're doing like a movie poster. You can call it like movie poster 1, movie poster 2, and it like batches it all. It's pretty sick. It's good shit. Take care, man. Hope you find what you're looking for. Hey, Jeff, I heard that you've been working lots of late nights recently. I just want to check on you. Everything okay there? I'm not saying it can help you, but I just think that you don't deserve to be pushed like that. You can negotiate for better deadlines. If you're reading this, can you just respond? Okay, so it's just concern for Big Jeff. Let's send... His name was Jeff Howard? Oh. Yeah, let's send the video. There's so many things wrong with this video. Yeah, there's like a million things. Did you see the figure on the floor? Yeah, I saw it too. Is there even an explanation? I think it's a ghost. I'm gonna say it's a ghost. Seriously, now you sound like Paul. Don't ghosts appear as orbs or something? I don't watch this. I can't watch this anymore. It's starting to creep me out. Symbol is on the computer. It is. True facts. He just popped up on his screen and kept coming back. Did someone send it to him? Did he look for it himself? He's completely entranced by the symbol. Maybe he hears something? What if he sees something we don't? I think it's communicating with him, so I don't want to click this. The video is a great find, thank you. Wish it didn't cut off at that point. It could be edited. Why does it force you to say that? I don't think that's the case. It's sped up and stitched for brevity, but it hasn't been altered beyond that. When I said brevity there, it sounded like I was speaking Irish. Brevity. Like I said it in such an Irish way. What the fuck is going on? Why am I now speaking Irish? I started the stream talking in like a wide Scottish brogue, and now I'm like Irish. What kind of company is this? Do you think this is the behavior Paul noticed? Poor Jeff. How come he didn't make the news? Oh, true. Right? When people have been going missing and their stories are getting published, right? Jeff wasn't one of the stories. Can I quickly show something? Fucking Grummeldunk. Kimmerix, are you still here? Last night, I got paranoid about what you guys said about how she looks 14. I put this into an AI that identifies like the ages of people, kind of similar to the Microsoft age guesser. It came out as 28. And then to double down on my findings, I put it into another one and it came out as 24. I don't think this person's 14. Like, it's a really good clear image. It came out as 28 on the first one and 24 on the second, and the Microsoft AI page doesn't work. It's not running anymore. So I don't even feel bad for what I said yesterday. Fuck that. It was on my mind, but I'm doubling down. I went on to the website. What I did was I loaded up my stream on my phone, screenshotted it, zoomed in on the picture, cropped it, and sent it on the website. And the first website said 28, and the second one said 24, and then the Microsoft one doesn't exist anymore. If you want to run the Microsoft one, you have to run it locally. I didn't say that though. I watched back the clip. I said she was cute, and then I said she was a cutie. That could mean anything. All I said was, she's cute. She's a cutie. Tweet the devs? Oh no, what if it's somebody the devs know? I put it in though. I put it into the AI. It said 28 and then the other one said 24. If you split the difference, that's 26, right? That's all I'm saying. Also, what kind of 14-year-old is 5'5", right? 14-year-olds aren't 5'5". Malaysian 14-year-old girls are not 5'5". They're like 4'10". Oh fuck. Right, forget I said anything. I'm glad you guys are fucking still here because that was funny as fuck. I just said it and then all I see is your like lol face. Do you think this is the behavior we noticed with Paul? Poor Jeff. How come he didn't make the news? Let's go with the Paul thing. Maybe I'll tweet the devs. Maybe I'll say, how old is this actress? We've been having a debate on my stream. mean, it's an indie game. They might know, right? It might just be like a stock image of a woman that they stole. Maybe it's from this person doesn't exist.com. Maybe it's an AI generated face using a seed in a dataset. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe she's not even a person. You know? I don't know if you guys have been on that website. This person doesn't exist.com makes AI generated faces. I think the images are like 400 by 400. They look like they're about 25 samples. So they sometimes have issues in them. But it generates faces that don't exist, all ages, from like, I think the youngest is roughly about 10 years old, but yeah, you know, maybe younger because apparently I can't tell age. All the way up to like older people. You can kind of see swirlies sometimes around their eyes and ears and stuff like that, right? Because eyes, ears, and noses, AI can't really do them too well. But I think that's run by NVIDIA. I think it's run by NVIDIA on their servers. What are the managers doing, or HR? Without a doubt, it's troubling that he was the only one who didn't ignore it. Everyone walked around him like it was nothing. Oh, Miratech, so much for looking out for the working class. Luckily, I'm here to help. Paul is a tech bro. I'm gonna say that. That's too funny. Can't imagine him in a place like this. Maybe a job's a job and that's it. That's beside the point. His house is like really sparse. Did you notice how sparse his house was? It's like this wooden, old school, like rustic, empty house with like a rickety banister and, you know, original looking floorboards. That's besides the point. The receptionist has been on her cell the whole time, and she keeps giving me the hand. I need you to do me a favor. Oh, she's at Miratech right now. You want me to call and ask? What trouble are we getting into now? We did this in Simulacra 1, right? We called up to distract the person at the front desk. We had to call up and talk to them. I'm forwarding the number for the front desk. Call it and get her to step away. Make something up that she can't ignore, like an emergency or something. The more extreme, the better. Yeah, we did the exact same thing. She won't answer our questions, so I'll need to find them for blah, blah. I'll need to find them for us. See, she won't answer our questions, so I need to find them for us. That doesn't make sense. It should be, she won't answer our questions, so I need to find the answer myself, right? Or she won't answer our questions, so we'll need to answer them ourselves. Something like that. My mouth's fucking dry as hell. Is it fear? Is it another symptom of fear? I'm scared that fucking shit's gonna happen. I've always wanted to do something like this. This doesn't feel right. Let's fucking go. Cooperative. Always go cooperative. Cute. I won't stand in your way then. Why is she calling me cute? What the fuck? Why is she saying that? That doesn't make any sense. I've always wanted to do something like this. Cute. I won't stand in your way then. Think of it like a prank call. Nice and quick. Call now, rookie. I'll be on standby. Break a leg. Let's fucking go. Hello, is your fridge running?
Your guide to the future. You've reached the front desk. This is Morgan speaking. How can I help you?
I've shit my pants, Morgan. This is the sheriff's department. Could you come in for questioning?
Well, it's not every day I get a request like that. Tell me, what is this about, officer?
Why is she so quiet?
Wrong?
Pertains to investigation. We're looking at possible link in recent disappearances.
Miratech? I could have told you that weeks ago. You guys sure are fickle. Last time, you said there was nothing more you could do about Jeff. Just
She's so
go to
quiet.
security tapes and shut it down in less than 20 minutes. So why should I help you?
I can't turn it up. Jeff is your colleague. You must have been close. You know Mira inside and out.
I was. And I would have told you that if you bothered with the investigation.
I'm saying that she was here when Jeff went missing.
This might come back to bite me, but consequences be damned. If you're really going to look for Jeff this time...
Why is it so quiet?
What happened to him needs to be known.
We'll be expecting you. Appreciate your cooperation. I'm gonna say I'm sure Jeff would be grateful.
He'd rather be alive then grateful. Let's continue this once I reach the station. Be there in a few.
That wasn't exactly the best prank call, was it? You know what I think it is? I think the reason that that call is quiet is because in the actual game settings, right? I'm playing at half volume, which is very loud. And I think what they do is the same thing that other horror games do. They've got a base level for how loud their scary stuff is, so they need to make the other stuff quieter so that the player increases their volume. So that when the horror stuff happens, the horror stuff is extra loud, right? It's like mixing the audio in a horror movie very quiet so people watch it loud. You have like quiet dialogue, they turn it up, and then jump scare, right? Then Freddy Krueger jumps out with his balls hanging out. Like, that's the whole point. Alright. I'm not sure what you said to Morgan, but she got out of there fast. Not too shabby, Rook. Give me plenty of time to play Nancy Drew and Meddle with Miratech. Nancy Drew! 10 out of 10. I was surprised. It was surprisingly easy. Shocked you could do it. Shocked you couldn't do it. Did you find out where Thomas is? Let's just go with this. It's kind of mean to her, but fuck it. About that, I may have lied to you. I just wanted to see the range of your abilities. Fuck. -1 point for gloating, but full marks otherwise. Shit. No word on where Thomas is, but we can find him if he follows tracks. I've got a schedule, a voice recording, and a sticky note. Which do you want to see first? Let's go with the sticky note. It's probably going to be the symbol on a sticky note, right? Oh shit, it's not. Location changed. Thomas to collect him where Paul did. And then this one says Jabber deal. Burke from acquisitions. Meeting confirmed this week. Jabber deal. And then coffee with Paul at 8 on Monday. The Jabber deal must be the deal they were going to do, right? Remember they said if this deal goes through, then none of us will be poor? So Thomas picked up a client for an important meeting later in the day. From the looks of it, Paul did something similar before. Another person. Finding Thomas is tough enough. Do you know anything about Burke? A deal with Jabber sounds important. Jabber is the company in... Jabber is the app in Simulacra 2, right? I don't think it was in Simulacra 1. I can't remember. It was like 10 months ago, so I can't remember. Another way for Paul to leverage his power in Stone Creek. What is he planning? Focus, Ruby. See if you can find anything about Paul picking up the same client and where. This should paint a better picture of Thomas's trail. I really think that if Jabber's involved, right? Could it be the Beldam is just a cover-up for the app? For the Jabber app? The Beldam's just like a coincidence? Let's see the schedule. Give me the voice recording.
Morgan, change of plans. Just got my morning coffee and I feel like working at my favorite spot today. So let's move my meeting there too. Could you reach out and send an invite to get that under control? What?
What the fuck?
Think you're the only one trying to have a nice stroll through the park? Son of a... Only reason you have green fields is because of us. Morgan, just inform the client about the new location and get here with a clean shirt in 15 minutes, would you?
Someone had a rough morning. The fresh air did not do him good. Did Morgan make any notes on where she went? Is he walking everywhere? Thomas does not sound like a nice person. Let's go with Morgan make any notes. Nope. She probably knows what his favorite spot is by heart. It is her job. If only she left her phone behind so I could have swiped it too. I mean, I wouldn't stoop to property theft. Anyway, Greenfields. That should be Greenfields Park. So he went there after his morning coffee. But where did he go after that? Let's see the schedule. I don't think we even need to like work it out, right? Because we could just drop the icon on the bunch of remaining places and try and find it. This game, by the way, says on howlongtobeat.com that it's 4 hours long. I am 50 minutes away from the 4 hour mark, and I don't feel like I'm anywhere near done. Right, coffee with Paul, coffee solo. Why do you need... Oh, these are mornings going downwards. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. HR handling the incident, investors review, drinks with investors. Alright. Cool. What's the meeting with HR earlier this week? Thomas only had 2 things on his agenda this morning. Could he still be at the coffee shop? Safe to say the most shocking thing I learned is that Thomas gets his own coffee. Yeah, like literally what does he do from like... What does he do during these like white times where there's just nothing? What does he do? He does fuck all. It's like 5 things in a week. Business meeting with the Jabber deal on Friday. Morning stand-up virtual. Weird. The hard life of a CEO. Morning coffee and micromanaging your team. Thomas is a creature of habit, never fails to start the day with coffee. I wonder if there's a clue in Paul's phone to know which cafe he went to. Which cafe he went to? Like, come on, spelling mistakes, boys. Spelling mistakes. I think there's a chance Paul went with him today. Do you know Thomas personally? Stone Creek is a small place. There's not too many cafes around. They're better than the chain joints you go to for our orders, that's for sure. Whoops, no offense, Rook. Fingers crossed, Paul kept Thomas company in the weeks prior to this. Looks like he was a frequent tag-along. That's everything on Thomas. You have a plan? I'm guessing we can use Atlas somehow. How do we find Thomas with what we have? I'm just going to say this. I don't want help, and I think the bottom one's like asking for a hint. We have 3 locations to pinpoint Thomas. Atlas has the linking feature to plan routes. Paul modified the version on his phone. If you retrace Thomas's steps from today, it'll find his elusive favorite spot. Oh. Okay, so he got coffee.
Morgan, change of plans. Just got my morning coffee and I feel like working at my favorite spot today. So let's move my meeting there.
Oh shit. Oh shit. This is gonna be a struggle. I don't know. So he gets coffee, so we need to pick one of the coffee shops, right? And this is Thomas we're talking about. So is Thomas maybe the guy? If we go to Brewster's, does Thomas say anything in the Brewster's comments? None of these are Thomas. So it's not Brewster's. The other one's the Grind. Where's the Grind? The Richardson House. That's not a coffee place. I thought there was another coffee place called the Grind. Shit. So you got Brewster's up there, and that's it. There's not another coffee place on the map unless I need to unlock it. So it should be as simple as going Brewster's to I guess the Beldam Fountain would be in the park. And then the favorite spot would be someplace close to this. Maybe it's the library. We don't need to do this right now anyway. It's either the community center or the library. I can't see it being the community center because he's a Muratech CEO. And Muratech doesn't like the community. What about this? Nope. Alright, we don't need to do this right now anyway. But I think that's it. So the places he's been will lead us to the places he is now. Yep, that's the working theory. If that fails, report him missing on the Stone Creek Citizen website and risk our jobs. Huh? You'll need to find proof of sorts to attach to each location. We have the voice note that Thomas... Oh! Yeah, I need to unlock the locations. I don't have some of the locations yet. The voice note when Thomas was at Greenfields, so that's one down. Keep an eye out for something that ties him to the coffee shop and Burke's location. Then connect them according to the exact movements. The schedule I sent you should help with them. Yup, not helping at all. Yup. How does the schedule help me? It doesn't tell me where he is. It just tells me coffee with Paul, coffee solo, coffee with Mayor Richardson, coffee with Paul. I guess Mayor Richardson would mean that he was at the thing, right? He was at the town hall. The town hall. But I don't know what day it is. What day is it today?
Morgan, change of plans. Just got my morning coffee and I...
What day is it
feel like
today? Does it
working
tell
at
me
my
anywhere?
favorite spot today. So let's move my meeting there too. Could you reach out and send an invite to...
Oh god. I think I can do that. Think of it as working on your cerebral skills. Oh, it's still playing the subtitles for the video even though the video stopped. While you're off to find dear old Thomas, I'm going to hang around Mira for a while. That video wasn't right. Maybe there's more I can find out about it. Or if there were any similar cases. What else is there to do but dig? Good luck. So, my objective is attach Thomas's voice recording to a location on Atlas and attach the coffee shop receipt to a location on Atlas. So this will get me the coffee shop and then the location, and then we tie them together and we get his fourth location. Very simple. However, I noticed that the game just saved. And considering it is 11:30 and I've been streaming 2 hours and everybody else in my house is in bed, I kind of feel like ending the stream now in case I get massively jump scared. I feel like we made good progress though in the game. At least I know what I'm doing, right? And I'm ending it when it's saved. So it shouldn't be too difficult to just drop on the stuff tomorrow and actually make progress. Morning fix will be the coffee and pet watch will be the dog. And then we'll be able to link those two places. And then his usual spot is probably either this or the fountain or I don't know. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. Alright, auf Wiedersehen. Should I tweet the devs and say, hey, how old is the person in the photo of Josie Barton that looks like a strange mix of like Emilia Clarke and not Emilia Clarke at all, right? Should I do it? Maybe. And anyway, good night, auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, good night.